Remember that Cinderella reboot that was set to star Camila Cabello? Well, we finally get our first look at the singer as the fairy tale princess, courtesy of Amazon Studios, who recently brought the rights to the film, meaning it will skip cinemas and debut exclusively on the streamer. This upcoming reboot, which comes from Columbia Pictures, is written and directed by Kay Cannon, who has experience with musicals, since she worked on the Pitch Perfect films as a producer and writer. But for me, her best work is her debut on the comedy film Blockers, where you get a sense of her ability as a director. Now, most people will be excited to see Camila Cabello as Cinderella. The Cuban-American singer made a name for herself as a member of girl group Fifth Harmony, one of the breakout groups from singing competition X Factor, before branching out to pursue a solo career, which only saw her star rise, especially with the release of her debut studio album titled Camila. Havana, a promotional single from the album, featuring vocals from rapper Young Thug, became a smash hit for the artist. Her solo career had taken off, and now she would have her first starring role in a Hollywood film, playing the titular character in a musical romantic comedy. Now, Camila Cinderella makes her the first Latina actress to take on the role, which is a huge deal. It brings something new that's never been done with the character and creates representation for girls of varying ages who are from a Latin background. Okay, back to those images. And when this project was announced, I wasn't sure if we were getting a traditional version of Cinderella or a more contemporary version of the classic story. Turns out, we'll be getting the former, one set in the past, but of course, with a modern twist to the story. Cabello looks great as Cinderella, and she's not even wearing her ball gown as yet. Now, I'm sure they're saving the reveal for much later, although we do get a tiny tease of what the outfit will look like in the next image. In this shot, it seems like the character is in the middle of a solo. Next we see her, eyes locked with her co-star, Nick Galazine, who plays Prince Robert, aka Prince Charming. According to the film's director, Cabello's Cinderella will be more of an alpha to the prince, who will be beta, which is normally not the case for their characters. But the prince as a character will evolve throughout the story. This is just hinting at a more assertive Cinderella, who is resilient, and the prince being someone who is not as dominant. But he's not a pushover, just someone who is coming into his own as a person, who will be able to step up and be more assertive as he finds his voice and discovers he's far more capable than he assumes. That's just my takeaway from the article in Entertainment Weekly. The idea is that everyone around Cinderella learns something from her and changes. I like that they are making her someone who's a positive influence on the people she meets, including the prince, who will connect with her deeper than anyone around her as they fall in love. Already, this bit of information has me eager to see the dynamic between Cabello and the cast. This is definitely setting up an interesting element to the story. Now, I know some people will be like, why make a reboot? We already have a perfectly good Cinderella animated movie in the classic 1950s film and the 2015 live-action remake. Well, those will remain classics, but they are both Disney films. Beyond that, there are other iterations of Cinderella, since the character is in public domain, meaning that anyone can make their own film or TV show centered around the character. Keeping in mind, this reboot isn't connected to any of the previous movies Disney released in any shape or form, other than it's retelling the tale of Cinderella but updating the story. Disney has taken that opportunity in the Cinderella rights not having any copyright holder, and even made leaps in terms of representation by having the first Black/African American Cinderella in the 1997 TV movie Roger and Hammerstein's Cinderella, which saw another singer take on the lead role, this time with Brandy Norwood slipping into the glass shoes in a wonderful rendition of the character. My point here is that Cinderella is an old property that will never stop being adapted in some form. The character is timeless, and that is why, despite being hundreds of years old, the story is still relevant for today. So, they want to give us a new take on Cinderella? Let them do it, especially one with a talented singer in the lead. Camila is a great choice to star in this reboot. She is a naturally gifted performer who has a certain quality to her. Every time I've seen her in interviews or on her official YouTube channel, where the singer puts out plenty of content for her fans. She's always been a wonderful personality to converse with. The star has a terrific sense of humor and doesn't have airs to her. She's very much humble. There might be some concerns over her acting ability, since this is her first major role that sees the star transitioning from a singer to an actor, but I believe she will do just fine. Looking at her music videos, in particular Havana, where she plays multiple roles, you can see her acting and the singer does enough to give an entertaining performance. Under a director like Kay Cannon, she will help Cabello play towards her strengths and have the singer channel her friendly personality into her performance. It's nothing out of the ordinary to have a singer become an actor, and I feel like if anyone is up to the challenge, it will be Camila. She will embrace this role and give her best effort throughout the whole process, and I'm certain it will show on screen. Call me a fanboy, but I see her being one of the best live-action Cinderellas we've had in recent years. I just have a gut feeling, and okay, I'm a bit of a fanboy, so I'm being optimistic. I'm biased, because I want to see her do a good job with this new venture in her career. Also, with this being a musical, a large portion of the film will require singing and dancing, which will play more towards Cabello's strengths as an entertainer. The musical aspect to the story will be a lot more important. If that falters, then the movie will fall apart. If her acting doesn't meet people's expectations, then her singing will definitely win them over. With Cabello as the main lead, I hope they allow her to contribute some original music to the film. I'm sure she will have a number of amazing songs written for her, but I would love to see her do something that she personally composed or had a hand in working on with the songwriters. I'm not usually someone who gets excited over musicals, but this one looks interesting. The cast as well as the director have my attention, and now they just need to show me a trailer or some more stills. I want to see Indina Menzel and Billy Porter in character, because I'm eager to see more from this project. I'll definitely be keeping an eye on more news regarding this reboot, and of course, I have to check out the film once it drops on Amazon. It's definitely on my must-watch list. Currently, this film is set to be released on Amazon Prime Video sometime in September. So what are your thoughts on this reboot? Are you excited to see Camila Cabello as Cinderella? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways folks, that's all for now. Thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed the show. Please feel free to subscribe, like, and comment below. And hey, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea. And that's okay. Just remember to take care and stay safe.